Geauga Local Access Cable, GTV presents Chardon High Hilltopper Football. Welcome to Chardon Memorial Field, the site of tonight's Premier Athletic Conference contest between the visiting Riverside Beavers and our Chardon Hilltoppers. Good evening, everyone. This is Matt Jaworski along with John Walsh, ready for a battle in this 8th week of the 2007 football season. The Hilltoppers will be battling tonight to rebound from last week's loss to Madison, and the Beavers hoping to sneak their second victory in as many years from the Hilltoppers. With the playoffs hopes slim, there's no margin for error for the Hilltoppers tonight, so we look forward to the team bringing their A game. John, what are some of your thoughts on tonight's contest?
I think Riverside has to bring their A game as well, because they have a legitimate shot at the playoffs, but again, that's contingent on them more or less winning out. There's a couple of the big Cleveland Powers ahead of them, namely St. Ed's, but St. Ed's has a difficult schedule with Cincinnati St. Xavier and St. Ignatius and Archbishop Moeller on their schedule, so they can fall, and they can fall rapidly. So it's pretty much both these teams. If they want to be playing in week number 11, they're going to have to perform tonight, and it's playoffs starting tonight for both these squads.
Well, tonight's game is brought to you by cable subscribers like you. That's right, tonight's contest is completely funded by cable subscriber franchise fees from Chardon Township, the City of Chardon, and Hamden Township and Munson Township. This week's game is part of the GTV programming service made possible by your support. Our other funding communities not participating in this particular program are Burton Township, Burton Village, and Middlefield Village. It's Riverside Chardon football. Let's get ready for some action. We'll be back with the band and other opening game activities and the kickoff right after this brief timeout.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we say thank you to our senior band members. They have one more home game after this evening, and we recognize all of our senior band members and their parents tonight. We want to thank all of them for their leadership and dedication for the past 4 years. Our first senior is Amber Baker. She is being escorted this evening by her parents, Tina and Phil Baker. She has been a part of marching band for 3 years. After graduating, Amber plans to attend Lake Erie College to major in criminal justice. Our next senior is Scott Barron, and he is being escorted tonight by his parents, Bruce and Laura Barron. He has been a member of marching band for 3 years and a squad leader for 1 year. After graduation, Scott plans to attend college and major in mathematics. Samantha Brady is being escorted tonight by her parents, Jim and Joanne Brady. She has been a member of marching band for 4 years and has been a squad leader for 3 years. She is an active member of Tri-M Music Honor Society and is also the historian on Tri-M Council. After graduating, Samantha plans on either attending Case Western Reserve University or Baldwin Wallace to major in music education. Josh Burke is being escorted this evening by his parents, Dudley and Stephanie Burke. He has been a member of marching band for 4 years and is a squad leader this year. After graduating, Josh plans to attend college and study art. Our next senior is Josh Byers, and he is being escorted this evening by his mom, Debbie Byers. He has been a member of marching band for 3 years and was a squad leader for 1 year. He is the band council's vice president and is a member of Tri-M. After graduation, Josh plans to attend the University of Akron to major in civil engineering and minor in music. Our next senior is Caitlin Casavecchia, and she is being escorted by her parents, Carl and Sharon Casavecchia. She has been a part of marching band for 3 years. After graduation, Caitlin plans to attend Miami University or Ashland to major in early childhood education and minor in Spanish. Our next senior is Lauren Klein, and she is being escorted tonight by her parents, Carolyn and Guy Klein. She has been a member of marching band for 4 years and was a squad leader for 2 years. After graduating, Lauren plans to attend Ohio State University to major in landscape architecture. Our next senior is our head majorette, Mallory Geisman, escorted tonight by her parents, Colleen and Dan Geisman. Mallory has been a member of marching band for 4 years and has held the position of majorette captain for 2 years. She is currently a member of band council. After graduating, Mallory plans to attend college to study early childhood education. Rob Hamner is being escorted this evening by his parents, Terry and Pat Hamner. He has been a member of marching band for 4 years and a squad leader for 1 year. After graduation, Rob plans to attend John Carroll University to study history and military science. Our head field commander, Rachel Henry, is being escorted this evening by her parents, Louise and Dave Henry, and she has been a member of marching band for 4 years. Of those 4, she has held the position of drum major for 3 years and was a squad leader for 1 year. She is currently treasurer of band council. She is an active member of Tri-M and was president of Tri-M Music Honor Society her junior year. After graduation, Rachel plans to attend Miami University and major in middle childhood education. Our next senior is Allison Heslop, escorted this evening by her parents, Jim and Deborah. Allison has been a member of marching band for 2 years, and after high school, she plans to attend college and major in Spanish. Our next senior is Erin Hollinger, being escorted tonight by her parents, Erin and Kim Hollinger. She has been a member of marching band for 4 years and a squad leader for 3 years. After graduation, Erin plans to attend Case Western Reserve University. Her dad's name is Eric, not Aaron. Our next senior is Andy Connect, and he is being escorted tonight by his parents, Matt and Barb Connect. Andy has been in marching band for 4 years. After graduation, Andy plans to attend Earlham College and major in biomedical engineering. Our next senior, back from Massachusetts, and we're happy to have her back, Sarah Loader, is being escorted tonight by her mom, Mary Loader. She has been a member of marching band for 4 years and is also a member of Tri-M Music Honor Society. Sarah has been a squad leader for 1 year, and after graduation, she plans to attend college for the arts and eventually go to veterinary school. Our next senior is our trumpet section leader, Hope Merker, and she is being escorted. Oh, her mom. Aw. Her mom is Nancy Merker. She has been a member of marching band for 4 years and is a member of Tri-M. She was also a member of band council her junior year. Hope has been a squad leader for 2 years, and after graduation, Hope plans to attend Capital University to major in either education or journalism. Our next senior is Kristen O'Hara, and she's being escorted tonight by her parents, Tom and Cindy O'Hara. She has been a member of marching band for 4 years and has been a squad leader for 3 years. Kristen is the secretary of band council this year and is also a member of Tri-M. After graduation, Kristen plans to go to college to major in English and secondary education. Kate O'Malley, our assistant field commander, is being escorted this evening by her parents, William and Ann O'Malley. Kate has been a member of marching band for 4 years and is the band president this year. She is also a member of Tri-M Music Honor Society and holds the position of secretary. After graduation, Kate plans to attend Baldwin Wallace to major in music therapy or flute performance. Julie Penrod is being escorted this evening by her parents, Carol and John Penrod. She has been a member of marching band for 3 years in the Topperette section. After graduation, Julie plans to attend Bowling Green for early childhood education. Rebecca Fan is being escorted tonight by her parents, Jane and Jim Fan. She has been a member of marching band for 3 years and was also a member of Tri-M. After graduation, Rebecca plans to attend the Art Institute of Chicago or the Columbus College of Art and Design to study graphic design. Our next senior is Kara Rose, being escorted this evening by her parents, John and Debbie Rose. She has been a member of marching band for 4 years. After graduation, Kara plans to attend the College of Worcester to major in pre-veterinary sciences. Our Topperette captain, Jill Sufer, is being escorted tonight by her parents, Lee and Debbie Sufer. She has been a member of marching band for 3 years and is also Topperette captain this year. After graduation, Jill plans to attend Purdue or Michigan State to major in hospitality and tourism management. Tiffany Trykowski is being escorted tonight by her parents, Ty and Diane Trykowski. She has been a member of marching band for 4 years and has also served as a squad leader. After graduation, Tiffany plans to attend The Ohio State University to major in engineering. Our next senior is Alicia Teisel, and she is being escorted tonight by her parents, Julie and Carl Teisel. She has been a member of marching band for 3 years as a topperette. After graduation, Alicia plans on attending college. Last but not least, Jane Williams is being escorted tonight by her parents, Tim and Mary Williams. She has been a member of marching band in the percussion section for 4 years. After graduation, Jane plans on attending The Ohio State University to major in international business. Audience, we truly appreciate all of our seniors and all of their parents. If you could please give them a nice, warm round of applause.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing the 2007 Hilltopper Marching Band with Assistant Field Commander Kate O'Malley and Field Commander Rachel Henry. Here's the Chardon High School fight song. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join our Hilltopper Marching Band as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem and remain standing for the Chardon High School alma mater.
Well, the Chardon Hilltoppers just about set to come out on the field, John, and this is a big, big game for them. Essentially, the season could rest on this game.
Yeah, like I was alluded to, though, it's a big game for both these squads. Its the importance is just, you know, one, you got the PAC title still sitting out there. Chardon hoping somebody can take care of Madison for them so they can at least get a share of it. And Riverside wanting to win it outright with a win over Madison and everybody else as well, as long as an entree into the playoffs. Chardon, playoff-wise, they're going to need some luck. They're sitting that loss last week really hurt them badly, and I don't believe they're going to make it 7-3 in their last couple games. They're just not going to get a lot of points out of South and Lakeside, and the teams that they have beat this year aren't doing that well, so the computer points aren't going to be flowing, so it's going to take a lot of luck to get Chardon into week number 11.
You're right. When you look at Riverside, on the other hand, they have Chardon tonight, but then 2 weeks from tonight also, they have the big one against Madison, which essentially could be their season.
Yeah, and that's points for them. That's the thing. This is it for Chardon as far as a team that's going to get any degree of points whatsoever to help them in the computer chases. But Chardon, they're definitely on the critical list, and Riverside's got a good shot at it. Like I mentioned, there's teams ahead of them that can fall and they can climb up from the Chardon and the Madison victory, and hopefully points that the Harveys and all that are going to get for them as well.
Well, we'll get into that more throughout the ball game, but Chardon getting set to tee it up for this contest.
Yeah, they're going to be kicking off, going on your screen from Chardon will be moving from your right to the left, which is actually north to south. And Riverside's going to come. They got a real balanced attack. They come with a two-headed quarterback and a featured running back who's got closing in on 900 yards already on this season.
Well, there's the kick, and this will be a short kick. Going to take a few bounces before it's finally picked up by one of the upbacks, and not much from there.
Yeah, I'm wondering, the wind, if anything, is blowing a bit off to the sidelines a little bit. And Marcotte, as we well know, has one heck of a leg. That just was an unconventional kick out of him, unless Riverside does have one deep threat that they just don't want to put the ball in his hands at all.
We'll get you starting lineups in just a second here for both squads. You see Riverside setting up. Beavers from the shotgun. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Aaron Sudame, and he will get near the 35-yard line before he's pushed back.
Yeah, that's their feature back that has over 100 carries this far in the season, and I believe like got 863 yards or thereabouts. 827. I just gave him a long pickup that he didn't deserve.
You look at that offense for Riverside: Eric Himes, John Steib, Joe Erickson, Nick Walters, and Mike Petroff across the line. Their quarterback from the shotgun.
Yeah, this is another team like Madison that comes at you through the air and running the ball as well.
Well, he's going to keep it on the ground, running left side, breaking a few tackles, is Andrew Foyt. Foyt near the 46-yard line, as he had a great run there, making a couple cuts before coming near side. Foyt, the quarterback. Tight end tonight, Alex Denman. The receivers, Justin Knockengus and Lane Rabalito. Running back tonight, Aaron Sudam and Jesse Lopez. So that's the starting lineup for Riverside.
Yeah, that was a well-designed play by Riverside. It was kind of like a quarterback draw. The quarterback dropped back a little bit, waited, then came forward on the run. Had the Chardon linebackers and secondary guys dropping off to open up the running lanes for him. That's a case where you show pass, but you really don't have to go to it.
Well, Foyt going to put it up in the air, and Foyt over his receiver, intended receiver that time, Robalito.
And coverage that time was by Dan Plickard, and there was a little bit of contact going there. There was that incidental feet tangling. That's why there was no flag coming out there. I'm sure the Riverside people were kind of calling for it, but, you know, that's just one of those things. Both guys are running after the ball. Sometimes you get tangled up a little bit, and it's not pass interference.
John will be 2nd and 10 from the 48, and let's look at that Hilltoppers starting defense. Jeff Myers, Anthony Papura, Joe Madsen, and Alex Coates, the defensive line tonight for your Hilltoppers. Handoff, and not much going there.
No.
As in on that one, I believe, was Petrov.
Yeah, changed numbers. He's number 59 tonight, but yeah, he smelled that one out, got him in the backfield, dropped him back for close to a 2-yard loss.
Linebacking core tonight, Sean Lopez, James Liggett, Alex Petrov, and Jeff Buhner. In the secondary, Isaiah Charlton, Kyle Peterson, AJ Teresi, and Dan Plickert. Ref's gonna, Riverside gonna call a timeout.
That's kind of
early on, 3rd down and 11 from the 47.
Yeah, that's 9:48, Mark. That's kind of a strange time to waste the timeout, because they're moving the ball well. They ran into a bug there that time where Chardon sniffed out their play and got in there, but overall they've been moving it well. You have a basic game plan designed. I don't know why you'd want to waste a timeout just a little over 2 minutes into the game.
Well, either that or head coach Matt Jordan felt that what Chardon put on the field was just something that would not be a good thing for his offense.
Well, I guess it just shows the seriousness of what he wants to do here. He wants to make sure they got a drive going. This is a play that can either kill off the drive or sustain it, being 3rd down with that 12 yards. And I guess he wants to sustain it. He wants to make sure everybody is on the same page.
It'll be 3rd down and a long 11 once that Riverside offense gets back on the field, and here they come.
Yeah, you got double wides on each side.
Foyt still the QB. He's from shotgun. He's going to look to pass, looking to throw left side down the field. He has a man, and the ball's picked off. Interception by the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, it was
That's
Charlton.
Isaiah Charlton.
Charlton just did your pure play center field on that one. He stayed back, was in the deep zone area there, and the receiver went out, just couldn't get to the ball as it was floated more or less on a timing pattern, but they didn't count on Charlton being right in the middle of that particular one, and he picks it off and ends the Riverside drive.
Clearly not what head coach Matt Jordan wanted for Riverside, but Jim DePofi will take that one. There's a handoff right side, and that may pick up a yard.
Yeah, this is where they got to get moving again, because they've had till last week, they've had a very explosive offense this season, and all of a sudden it showed a lot of problems last week, and they just want to get it back in the flow again and see what they can do with it.
Well, John, let's look at that starting lineup now. We'll wait for this play before we get to Chardon's starting lineup, but as always, Chad Davis, the quarterback, from the shotgun. He's going to take it himself, coming near side.
Not much there at all.
Offensive line tonight, Alex Coates, John Russ, John Sandgrick, Alex Petrov, and Joe Madsen. The split ends, Kevin Taylor and Jonathan Hannebeck. Chad Davis, the quarterback. And the running backs, we'll be seeing a whole bunch, so I'm just going to name them all. Isaiah Charlton, Kyle Peterson, Mason Bishop, AJ Teresi, and Sean Lopez.
Yeah, they flow them in and out all over the place. And on a night tonight where it's a little hard with the cold air getting your breath, they might flow them in even more so.
This one will go to Mason Bishop. Bishop pounding his way to the 30-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down and long, and they'll have to punt.
Yeah, they're trying that inside route today, going between the tackles on all 3 of those carries, and Riverside just got that sealed up there. Chardon's got the size on them on offensive, so when Chardon is on offense, because they go with a small defense, but they go with a quick defense, and I guess they're quick enough to just get in those gaps and fill them.
The punt, it's a high kick. but it headed out of bounds.
Yeah, that one hit pretty much on the sideline. It was an easy one for the referee to mark.
So Riverside will come out, and of course the Beavers in their whites with the black pants, black numbers trimmed in gold, and Hilltoppers in their all black uniforms, white numbers, and of course the red helmets. Riverside in their black helmets. 7:54, opening quarter.
Yeah, I don't think that's exactly the way Chardon wanted to start out the game offensively, a quick 3 and out, because they need to get back in the flow and get a little bit of confidence build up after last week's game.
Foyt gonna hand it off left side. Sudame.
He's got some quick feet on him. You can see it. He was flowing. It was mainly, looked kind of like the stretch play a little bit, where he just flowed outside, looked for the cutback lane on the inside wherever it might open up. But Chardon defense flowed well with him and didn't allow any kind of a cutback.
Well, it's now 2nd down and 8 for the Beavers. Their last possession ended in an Isaiah Charlton interception. Coming off a timeout.
You have to keep an eye on the quarterback position. They got a couple quarterbacks that have both been in there quite a bit, so I think they got a free, like I said, two-headed monster quarterback.
Well, Foyt's going to keep it this side, working his way to the near side before he's wrapped up and brought down. Sean Lopez, the first linebacker in there.
Yeah, Charlton was in there, as well as Liggett, and a couple other guys who we didn't get it. They got up a little too quick. You got to do that Jim Brown get up slowly so we can pick up your number.
Mentioned James Liggett, and he's in tonight's starting lineup in place of Mason Bishop on the defensive side of things. Liggett, senior, 5'8", 160.
Yeah, he was our kick return guy last week. It seemed like every one of those little pooch sideline kickoffs that Madison did went right to Liggett.
But he handled them all very well, though.
He did. He held onto the ball and just took what was there, which wasn't a whole bunch.
Foyt gonna fake the handoff, and he throws it up the middle for his tight end, and that's complete to Denman for the first down.
That was a well-run pattern. It was just a little crossing pattern they did. And the outside linebacker was a little late coming over to pick up on Denman coming across. And so consequently, big gain for Riverside. Again, they're moving the stakes. That's the thing. Last year, historically, Riverside has not had great luck when they played Chardon. Last year, they're coming off a win, so that kind of was a little chink in Chardon's armor that Riverside knows that they can be beat.
There's the handoff, and running up the middle and coming close to that first down once again, Aaron Sudame.
I tell you, Sudame has got a quick little burst. He just explodes out of that backfield. Only 5'9", 175, but he's got excellent speed, and he comes at you with good degree of power because of that acceleration aspect he has going for him.
2nd down and 2. Ball on the 35. Now they're going to pitch it left side. Sudame picks up 1, maybe 2. We'll see where they mark this one.
Yeah, it's not much. Maybe a yard is about right or so. He tried. It was just sealed up totally the outside. He tried cutting back against the grain coming the inside, but the pursuit from Chardon was there to seal that off, and they took him down after, well, we'll give him a yard on that carry. So now you got 3rd and short, which is much better than their last 3rd down situation close to this area.
I formation. Sudame breaks a couple tackles before picking up the first down and eventually tripped up by Buhner.
Yeah, he actually ran in the back of his blocking back who had him held off, bounced off, went forward, and got a good gain out of it as Riverside again moves the chains.
All this Riverside squad inching closer and closer to the end zone.
Yeah, they definitely are moving the ball fairly well tonight. Chardon's just going to have to stiffen up right here and, again, get a couple quick stops on them.
Riverside puts up nearly 30 points a ball game. They're going to hand it off, and
yeah, that
not
time there's
much there.
nothing. He lost a couple, actually. There was Chardon again on that carry. He went bounce to the outside, but they had deep penetration in the backfield there and just didn't allow. Yeah, that's almost a 3-yard loss is where they're marking it.
Chardon coming into tonight's ball game, 109 rushes for 827 yards, about 7.6 yards a carry, John. And when you talk about scoring, he's the guy for this Riverside team, 9 touchdowns.
Yeah, normally when you got somebody that's carrying the ball that much, 109 times, which is quite a bit of ball carrying, he doesn't have that high an average.
High snap, Foyt gonna bring it down. He'll head right side.
And even with the mistake, they got a good pickup out of that as he gets a good 6.
Well, nice job there by defensive end Alex Coates following that play and being the Hilltopper there to wrap him up and bring him down.
Actually make that like a 9-yard gain because he was starting from behind. I was taking it from the stakes. So now we're back into a manageable 3rd and 4. Looks like a little slow. They got one of those systems where the quarterback goes over to the bench, get play. I don't understand that. That just makes no sense. Get a good hand signal or something. Well, why are you tiring your quarterback off, having him run to the sideline?
Well, I'll tell you what, the other thing, John, with that, and you kind of said it, is it's a very slow process, and what just happened there, Riverside had to burn another timeout.
Yeah, we're 2:54 left in the opening quarter, and they're already down to 1 timeout. Yeah, that's there's a lot of coaches that use that system. Some cheat it, and they'll actually come out to the numbers on the field, which if I was an opposing coach, I'd be pointing at, talking in the referee's ear right away. I know, what's his name, Givens at St. Ed used to be, he used to almost get out to the hash mark. He lived there. He had tables set up and everything on the field.
Thought he owned it.
Yeah.
Of course, John Gibbons now, I believe, coaching at Bedford.
Yes, he is. He's in his first year at Bedford. He's got them playing decent football out there, too.
Now, the Wildcats, if I'm not mistaken, are on the brink of a playoff berth, too.
Well, they're going to have to hustle a little bit as well, but I'm not sure really what their schedule is all about. Bobcats or Bearcats? Bedford Bearcats, isn't it? Yeah.
Chardon making his way near that first down marker, but will get only about to the 20, a couple yards short.
Nice looking little run, though. He did the quick little hand shuck. The guy came in on him, and he just kind of shoved him to the side, bounced off him. He's a good looking runner. I can see why he has such impressive statistics on the season. He's in the News Herald area. I think he's listed as the 3rd leading rushing yardage guy.
Well, when you touch the ball 109 times.
Yeah, but that's still, he had, what, 7.6 average? That's a good average. Like I said, with that many carries, that's a heck of a good average.
Well, here it is, 4th down and 2. They're going to go for it.
Oh, sure.
Hand off to Chardon, and he did not get back to the line. Well, he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was about it. Isaiah Charlton, one of the Hilltoppers, in on that one. And
yeah, Alex Coates is really the one that made it. He's the one that made him adjust his flow, cut it back to the inside. Like you said, Charlton as well as Madsen were there waiting for him and not letting him go because they fell close to a yard short.
2:02 left to play in this first quarter. It's scoreless. Davis going to hand it off. Peterson coming near side, crossing the 20, near the 22. He'll pick up a few.
Well, actually, that's one of their best carries of the night so far. They really haven't been moving the ball well, and that was, call it 4. Call it a long 3, or however you want to word that.
That'll be about 2nd down and 7 in a minute 30 and counting. And they're going to come near side once again, Peterson. And, John, you look at this first quarter, and Riverside really chewed up a lot of clock time.
Well, that's because Chardon didn't have the ball all that much. You know, they couldn't get their offensive moving whatsoever. And that's the best way. Get a good ground attack, complete a pass or two here or there. You can chew up clock and ideally get points on the board, though that hasn't happened yet tonight with the interception that Riverside had and the stop. But they have moved the ball fairly well. Chardon now is at 3rd and short.
Well, 3rd and short, still looking for their first down of the ball game.
Mason Bishop gets it and goes off the left tackle area and gets about 3-4. No, they're marking a lot shorter than that. I don't know, unless the knee touched earlier. I thought he was a good yard in front of that.
Mason Bishop, John, it just seems like whenever he touches the ball, good things happen for the Chardon offense.
Yeah, that's wow. Davis kept that ball in his belly. And I think Bishop actually covered and was dragging Davis along with him a little bit.
Well, they'll gain a few there, and this first quarter winding down.
Yeah, that might depend if Chardon wants to get one off. That might be the last play. We're down to 14 seconds.
No, they're going to come to the line for one more.
Yeah, they should get the snap off.
Gonna be close, they do.
Pretty quick quarter, though.
Davis gonna keep it himself, running left side, the 40, the 45. Near midfield before he's pushed out of bounds. And that does it.
Chardon finally has got something going.
Wow. So we've played one quarter. No score from Chardon. We'll take a quick timeout here on GTV. Welcome back to Chardon Memorial Field, where we've played one quarter and we have no score. Matt Jaworski, John Walsh with you on this somewhat chilly Friday evening.
Yes, a little more than chilly. We get some windbreak around us, but some of the people out there look rather cold, especially the ones wearing suits.
John, almost a night and day difference from last week.
Oh, God, it is night and day. You're down 50 degrees versus 85. That's Florida into Alaska.
Well, there's Kyle Peterson, and not much going there as I think he got back to midfield.
Yeah, Chardon's got to keep sustaining, get at least another first down. If nothing else, they would gain the field position advantage, you know, which they really haven't had much of today as far as Riverside's moving the ball rather well, and Chardon, till this particular possession, hasn't done anything offensively.
John, you look back, and it's really been a tough past 5 quarters for these Hilltoppers to run the ball.
Yeah, this is not representative of what they've done the rest of the season. There's Davis.
He's got a mark. Flag flying, though, in the backfield. But Davis all the way into the end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah, there is a flag way back here, though. Sitting just a little shy of the 50-yard line.
It's coming back.
Yep, referee just signaled it. I'm assuming probably a hold.
I think so.
That's what got him around the corner, probably. Well, at least it puts a little excitement into the Chardon side. They're moving the ball. They break the big one. That gives them a little bit of confidence that they can just turn around and break another big one. Because up to this particular possession, it's been pretty much all Riverside tonight. That was a holding, is what he called.
Well, that'll negate 7 points, or I should say 6 points on the board, and it'll be second down and about 21, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm not sure really where they caught the, yeah, 21 looks about right. Because you really never know on the holding as a spot foul, so you don't know where they're going to be marking that one from. You can't just give it 10 yards.
Davis once again going to run around the left end. He's got some room, and he gets back to about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, got a little bit of it back, but they still come up with a 3rd and long. And this makes it a little bit easier. Riverside can kind of seal the outsides a little bit more, and just keep their heads into the game here and take away the big play. They'll give up the 7-8 yard run up the middle with no problem. They won't have a problem with that at all. So they might even drop their linebackers a little bit so they can flow to the outside quicker.
Chardon once again getting an option at this time, coming left side. Isaiah Charlton to midfield, and he will get near the 40-yard line, close to that first down.
Yeah, he's marking it where he's got it marked. They got the first down.
They did.
He crossed over the 40 to the, pretty much the 39. Well, I guess they didn't seal the outsides as good as they should have.
Well, a huge run there by Isaiah Charlton, and that's now the second first down of the game for the Hilltopper offense. And
that was probably the biggest one, because that just nullifies the holding call on the touchdown since they got back in the first down territory.
Handoff up the middle and a couple yards there. That was Bishop, I believe.
Wow, Davis is really keeping it in on that ball, ready to pull it out of the fullback's belly. I haven't seen him hold it that much. He's reading, waiting to the last instance, and then he's actually getting contact from the guys coming up behind the ball carrier.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
But you gotta sell that, and then one of these times you just pull it out and go. And that's what they bite on, because the fullback they think has the ball.
2nd and 8. Peterson around the left side. Peterson near the 30 and then down to about the 28-yard line.
Moving the chains again. Yeah, this is what Chardon needed to do, because I'll tell you, like you said, it was pretty much 5 quarters of flat offense, and finally they've come alive a little bit here. And obviously you'd like to get the points, but if you don't, at least you've shown that you can move the ball.
All that monster rushing attack, the wing T offense is starting to really come alive here as Hilltoppers look for the first points of this ball game. Isaiah Charlton right side. Charlton cutting back in, and Charlton near the 20.
Yeah, he reached out. Yeah, they pretty much gave it to him. Just a hair shy of the 20 is where they're spotting the ball. As he was going down, he did one of those reach out with the balls.
2nd down and about 1.
Yeah, this is a free play here for Chardon. Hopefully they just run it and try to get that first down. Peterson outside.
Peterson breaking one tackle down near the 15, fumbles the ball out of bounds, but it remains Chardon football.
See that close to, yeah, because they're spotting it where he went down pretty much. But then again, I looked, the guy's almost standing on the sideline, so the ball must have went out of bounds around there.
Well, the Hilltoppers moving the ball freely, left side, right side, around those ends.
Yeah, they're just doing it, burning outside. Riverside's got to open up the middle a little bit and start cheating to the outside.
Well, speaking of the middle, there's Mason Bishop, and Bishop down inside the 10 near the 8. And John, just when you suggest pulling it out, inside goes the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, this is pretty much the opposite of what Madison did last week. Madison just sealed up the outside, and Chardon was bound and determined they were going to run out there, and Madison kept stopping them time after time.
Ooh, there's going to be a face masking penalty.
Well, that's going to be
Riverside.
An automatic first down then. Well, it's going to be enough on yardage-wise alone. So the ball's at about the 8, so that should put it down to roughly the 4.
Well, indeed it will. It wasn't not a personal foul, but still.
The 5 yard? Well,
5 yards was.
When you're at the 8, it's half the distance. It doesn't matter if it's 5 or 15.
First and goal now from the 4 for the Hilltoppers. Davis, man in motion. Gonna give it to Peterson in the end zone, and touchdown Hilltoppers.
That was a nice drive. They just were patient on that drive, went through the little holding call that took 6 points off the board, but just came right back with a good running by 2 wings and the fullback and Davis as well.
So Chardon, the first to strike at the 9:03 mark of the second quarter.
Marcotte back, ready to put it through the uprights.
High snap, but he gets it, and he kicks it well over the bleachers.
I think it went between the scoreboard and the bleachers.
It did.
Somebody's going to have to go out in the woods there and look for the ball.
He found that little nook, and Chardon now with a 7-0 lead thanks to Marcotte's PAT.
Let's see what this does to defense, if that fires them up, or what kind of resolve the Beavers have at coming back at them.
Well, the Chardon offense, it did their job, but now here come the Hilltopper D. Prior to that Madison game, John, when things just kind of went from bad to worse at certain points in time, the defense for Chardon had allowed just 42 second quarter points all year.
Yeah, well, that's last week's game was just a tough one to figure, really. Going into that game, I was just surprised at the way it actually transpired, to be honest with you.
Almost one of those anomalies, if you will, as there's Marcotte's kick. Coming
Nice
near
kick.
side, and ball is fumbled, but then picked up. Coming across the 20 to 25, and eventually making his way near the 30-yard.
Mike Rossi. Kind of a little short 5'8" running back that got lost behind a couple of his blockers there, and I think Chardon had problems tracking him down.
I think that was John Haig, too, that brought him down. Wind starting to kick up just a little bit more. You see some of the...
You see the flags on the goalpost just pick up just a little bit.
That would be blowing what, south?
Blowing south. Chardon's advantage right now. And actually, it was kind of blowing, if anything, the opposite direction.
New quarterback, it's Kyle Schaefer. Schaefer looking to throw. Schaefer looking to throw right side. Hits his man in Jesse Lopez, and Lopez brought down near the 35-yard line.
Yeah, both of them split the quarterback job, and I don't know exactly what. Their stats-wise, you can't say they got a throwing and a running quarterback, because they both put the ball up a decent amount, have good completions, good yardage, but you know, their stats are almost mirror of each other, so I think it's just a compliment of give them a totally different look by bringing in a totally different type of quarterback.
Well, the only difference is Schaefer, a junior, 5'10", 175, and Foyt, the senior, 6'0", 190.
Well, that should mean we're going to run because we get the shorter guy in, right?
You'd think.
Well, we'll see what happens here.
Schaefer going to hand it off. Sudan running right side, the 40, some room, the 45, and knocked out of bounds near the 40. Well, they're going to say near the 43.
I tell you, Sudan is impressive. He's got that excellent acceleration. He's got good power, not being that big a back or anything, and he does have, the moves and just the awareness that a running back needs. He looks good back there. I see why he has so many yards in the season so far. He's legit.
Well, he is the workhorse for Riverside, and he has gotten some carries tonight. However, Riverside trails 7-0 in this one.
But again,
Schaefer
they're
looking
moving
to
the
throw.
ball now.
Schaefer looking to throw down the field, right side. Ball is caught. And then the quick tackle made by Jonathan Hannabick, but Rabalito was there to make the catch.
Yeah, Rabalito, that's their prime receiver there. He leads the team.
John, this one could be coming back. Flag down near the 40. And that's in the area of holding.
I don't know, though. The refs keep moving down this way. They're not, normally they stand back. They don't want to make the long walk if they don't have to. Personal foul,
foul on Chardon.
Yeah, because normally you track the referees. If they don't want to walk up and down the field, they're not going to walk just to, you know, say, come on, guys, you got to come back. They're going to put their fingers in their mouth, whistle them to come back. They don't want to go walking any more than they have to during the course of the game.
How true that is.
I know referees are inherently lazy. People wonder why I don't ref.
Well, the personal foul extended 15 yards. Now 1st and 10, ball on the 21-yard line.
That's unnecessary. You got a team that just put the ball in the end zone. The other team's moving. You don't want to give them a, you know, some sort of a cheap shot where they end up getting 15 additional yards that you can't afford to give up.
Well, I'm not sure what that is now.
Down to 29. That's what I had.
I think they hit it mismarked.
Now they may have. They're going to move that one inside the 20 near the 16.
And that's where
think.
Riverside, yeah, it's about the 16. That looks good. Maybe 50. I can't see exactly where the stakes in the ground. We got a bad angle.
They're going to hand it off, and the you-know-who is Chardon picking up some more yardage.
Yeah, they're moving the ball rather well. Well, it's obvious we got a ball game tonight. Chardon's finally got a little bit of life in their offense. Riverside has picked up, shows that they got some. We definitely going to have a ball game tonight.
Well, both schools definitely playing because playoffs and the PAC title is at stake in tonight's ball game.
Oh, sure, and you're near the end of the career of some of these kids, the seniors on both these squads. You know, you get near the end here, and this is it. Some of them,
Chardon near the goal line. No,
it's hard to say from
no
the angle.
signal from the officials. I think he's short.
Yeah, I think he's down around a 2 or 3, but that's enough for a first down. Yeah, I can't see.
Yeah, they're putting the markers down on the sideline.
Yeah, it's down about the 3, I believe, is where. From this angle, we got a horrible angle.
Well, scoreboard reads
4.
4.
They're saying it's on the 4.
So first down. Well, the 2. There we go. First and goal from the 2 now for the Beavers. Chardon trying, spinning around, and he does not get in as Petrov.
Yeah, he
was
kept
in.
fighting,
Liggett was
though.
there.
Did you see him? He tried driving backwards with his legs churning and stuff, but they had him held up. I think he got a little bit of that, though, probably half the distance. And yeah, look where they're marking. That looks pretty close.
Now he picked up
maybe a yard of.
Maybe just outside the 1. So 2nd and goal. Hilltoppers looking to keep the Beavers out of the end zone.
Quarterback sneak.
Quarterback sneak.
Yeah, I think he's in. Haven't seen a referee signal it yet, but
no one has.
Riverside kids are. Now he's marking it short.
Wow.
He's not giving it to him.
So the defensive line made it stand, and I don't know how much closer you can get to not being in the end zone.
I think you're a dimple off touching that line. That's about all it could be.
Well, 3rd and goal now.
Wow. Yeah, this would be a big play if Chardon could do a job here. This would be just a huge play. If they can hold him to 3, that would be amazing.
Riverside has turned the ball over twice. Once on interception, once on downs. Handoff Chardon, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah, referee signal touchdown. Yeah, good job as Chardon D there near the end, but they should have started a little bit earlier and not let Riverside drive down the field like that. But Riverside's got a lot of fight in them, and yeah, these are good quality teams out here, banging heads, going at each other. It's got the makings of a real good ball game tonight.
Well, here's Garrett Beasy with the PAT.
Looks good from here.
And it's up and it's through. So
we're right back where we started with an even score.
7-7, 5:26 remains. And John, this will give us a little bit of time here. Want to mention that tonight's cablecast is funded by our underwriting communities and your cable subscriber franchise fees. But we'd also like to again extend thanks to all the GTV funding communities, including those not funding tonight's contest, for their year-round support. They are Burton Township, Burton Village, Chardon Township, Chardon Village, Hamden Township, Middlefield Village, and Munson Township. We are thrilled to be able to continue to bring you local public service programming with a special emphasis on those communities. Thanks again for supporting GTV, and thanks to our viewers for their support. The response has been absolutely wonderful.
Well, we're still got a lot of time left, 5:26, and both these offenses have turned on here. Actually, Riverside's been turned on all game. They've just ran into some bad luck here, there, a misplay, a turnover, but they've been moving the ball very, very well. Chardon, their last possession, moved it extremely well.
Well, the Hilltoppers.
Oh, we got one of those explosive bursts coming out of a little huddle thing here. They kick off.
And it's near Liggett, but he will watch it stay a little bit behind him.
Yeah, Liggett said, I worked last week. I kick off. Somebody else do it.
Peterson will take it and come up near the 31.
Yeah, plus he probably got a little tired of getting hit because he's getting the ball and there's like 2-3 guys who got a full head of steam coming down on him, and he did that. He had to do that 5-6 times last week on his receptions of the kickoffs, and I bet he picked up a couple nice little bruises out of that.
Well, for some reason, I think the bruises always feel a little bit better in warm weather than they do in this cold weather.
Yeah, it feels better in a winning atmosphere, too, than a losing.
Well, they're going to hand it off left side, and not much there for Peterson. Picks up a couple.
Yeah, I think you're being generous there in that couple. I'd call it a couple divided by 2, maybe.
That's the way it's looking now. No gain there, 2nd and 10. Four wideouts. Davis from the shotgun, sending Mason in motion.
Davis keeping it for...
Well, he's going to roll out near side and come out of bounds.
We took a couple players out on the sideline along with him. I'll keep your head in the game if it wasn't before, you know.
I got to pay attention. In pursuit there was Clay Shepard for Riverside.
But Davis gets a good gain out of that one. Makes it 3rd and, say, a short 3. Yeah, Chardon needs to keep that ball away from Riverside now, so they gotta capitalize and get this first down.
Davis looks like he's going to keep it himself, heading around left end, and Davis, one man to beat. Davis does it. Davis, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, and he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Well, I guess Davis wasn't listening about keeping the ball away from Riverside.
A 61-yard touchdown run by Chad Davis.
They did a great job of containing that corner. Davis got on the outside there, and there was one white shirt and 3-4 black shirts out in front of him, and Davis just said, I'll outrun all of you, and he just took off and went to the far corner of the end zone.
Well, here comes Marcotte for the PAT.
Everybody does these special alignments on extra point. One of these days, somebody's going to do something out of that.
Well, it's up and it's through, and it's good.
So Chardon answers back and takes back a 7-point lead on Riverside. Score now Chardon 14, Riverside 7. And we still have 4:31, which is a lot of time for the Riverside offense.
Well, now it's up to the Chardon D to make a stand in this game and kind of control the momentum.
Yeah, really, they need to come up with a front here and stop them.
On that last Riverside possession, it was a big passing play from Schaefer to their leading receiver, Lane Robolito. And then a 15-yard personal foul.
You know, look at the flags on top of the goalposts. On the south end,
They're dead.
they're blowing out, and they're totally dead on the north end.
Yeah.
Or flip that. North end, they're alive. South end, they're dead. It's always calmer in the south. You ever notice that? It's slower lifestyle, all that good stuff.
It's away from the big city.
I think so. That must be it.
Ball fielded near the 5-yard line. Rossi gonna come near the 30, but falling a little bit short. Looks like Buhner was in on that tackle for the Hilltoppers. And
yeah, with Jeff Paschke in on a tackle in that one.
so the Chardon defense set to go to work now. We've seen a lot of them in the first quarter, not so much this second quarter. And officials going to call an official timeout.
You know, as much ball movement as we've had going on tonight, surprised there's only 21 points on the board.
Well, you look at the two big stops by the Chardon defense, John, that interception by Isaiah Charlton and then that turnover on downs.
Yeah.
And that really took a lot out of Riverside both times.
Yeah, theoretically, they could have scored in both of those possessions.
Back in.
Oh, a little pressure.
And being some pressure and escaping, but not much going there, and eventually coming down with it is Foyt.
Yeah, that was Coates, had him wrapped up and slowed down. Had him around the ankles, just wasn't able to get the sack, but he definitely slowed him down for his teammates to come up and finish the job.
Oh, the Chardon defense trying to turn it up another notch here.
Is that what you meant by they got to step it up a little bit and play like that? I think a 6-yard loss qualifies as stepping it up.
Something that we really didn't see last week from that defense either was backfield penetration.
Yeah. Well, that offensive line of Madison totally handled Chardon.
Foyt going to keep it himself. This time he's running near side, and he'll run out of bounds near the 35-yard line.
Well, he gets a lot of it back, but he's still 5 yards short of the marker, so that should bring up a 3rd and 5. Here's a big down for a Chardon to hold.
I was going to say Dan Plickert was in hot pursuit that time.
Yeah, this is one that Chardon could do, and then again they can get the ball back for their offense if they can totally hold it, and shouldn't have too bad a field position.
Look at the timeout situation, John. 3 remain for Chardon, 1 left for Riverside, and Chardon fans starting to make some noise here as their feet pound the bleachers and their hands mostly muffled by gloves clap.
I think if you stop them here.
Sudan running right side and nothing.
Yeah, they should get the ball back at least in the 35-yard line range or thereabouts.
The left side of the defensive line just buckled down and gave up nothing. Hilltoppers going to burn a timeout here to stop the clock.
That's exactly what they needed to do to get that defensive stand, and that was a good one. That was a very good one. They took away everything that Riverside offered on that time.
You look at that left side of the defensive line, John. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just look at the defensive line in general. You have Alex Coates, Joe Madsen, Anthony Papura, and Jeff Myers. And those are some big kids that when they're able to get their hands around you, you're pretty much done.
Yeah, you got some good size there, and then you got Petrov lines up as a down lineman now and then. You know, and there's like from his linebacker position, he blitzes from the down position. Petrov,
6'2", 225. Of course, he's a senior.
Yeah, there's a lot of seniors playing out there. Actually, I was looking, I think the whole offensive line of Riverside was all seniors.
Mason Bishop going to sneak in. Punt is up and it's off, and Peterson going to watch it bounce between him and Isaiah Charlton, and it will be touched up and down at the 35-yard line.
That's about where I said it was going to be, didn't I? I was counting a couple-yard run back on that one, though.
John, I might have you buy me a lotto ticket tonight.
Yeah, I'll bounce it off the parking lot, it'll blow away.
3:15 now. Plenty of time for Chardon.
Well, they just got to get moving and use the time properly. Don't take so long in their play selection and calling them.
Davis going to keep it himself this time as he's out of bounds near the 40-yard line.
That's good getting out of bounds. They strung that out pretty darn good. He didn't get much yardage out of that. Probably a 4-yard gain.
Well, they're going to say officially call it a 3-yard pickup for Davis. His last 2 rushes, he's up to 64 yards.
Yeah. Well, one long breaker will do that for you.
2nd and 7, the flag's flying.
I always wonder when you see one of those guys have the 100-yard kickoff return and their first kick return, why don't they retire? I mean, you got the greatest average. It's all downhill from that point.
That's a good question.
Okay. I have a lot of them. Some you don't want to know, but I'll keep those to myself. We're down to 2:36 left here in the first half.
The ball will be pushed back to about the 32. So it's going to be 2nd down and 12 now for Chardon.
Yeah, they got to be wise with their time usage here.
They're going to give it to Charlton up the middle near the 36.
Okay, now we're 3rd and long. We'll see. If they're slow here, I would guess that would be a deliberate thing to eat some of the clock up. Because they do have the 3rd and long, 3rd and, say, 9.
Well, Chardon going to put in some of their split ends. And this one, Bishop in motion. Davis going to run around, and he's going to tuck it, and he's going to keep it himself, and he will not get much there.
He didn't need to go out of bounds there. That was not a good choice. He should have stayed in bounds because they're going to have to turn the ball over to the Riverside, and you'd rather have that clock running as much as you possibly can.
Clock stops at 1:52.
Chardon lines it up quickly before Riverside could even make their little substitutions out there.
Marcotte back to punt. That one,
wow.
Someone got a hand on it.
Piece of it.
Ball is picked up by Riverside and downed right there. And now the flags fly. Someone said something.
I'd almost have to think, because they can't be calling a roughing or something like that, because it was obvious somebody got a piece of that ball.
I think it was Robalito.
For what? They called it against Riverside, but I really don't know.
Personal foul occurred after the kick.
I don't. That almost had to be I didn't see any.
John, the only thing that I can think of is that one of the players was standing right next to the referee when that flag came out. So I think it might have been something verbal.
Well, I don't know. What can you say right after you've blocked the guy's punt? Well,
that
should be enough.
It could be taunting, though.
Plus, it's cold, so it would sting. It couldn't be the guy that blocked it, because I'll tell you, I hit a punt one time, and
it's fumbled. They're going to option it right side. Ball kept alive, and Riverside will run it down right side across midfield. First time that we've seen a different running back. That's Anthony Johnson in the.
Riverside's going into a little bit of a hurry up here. They want to try to get some points on the board. They're still going to lead a lot of distance.
They're looking to pass, looking left side, and the ball is caught. That's going to be good for a first down.
This is where their early usage of timeouts might come back and bite them a little bit. They still got the one left, but they burned those 2 in the first quarter. One really, really early, just a little over 2 minutes into the game.
Well, Alan Moyer made the catch. 1:08 to play. It will be 3rd down and about, well, a foot.
And we got to wait for our quarterback because he's over talking to coach on the sideline. Referee timeout. Well, they're going to measure it. Oh, I didn't realize it was that close, but it is. They should have a good view on whether they get it or not.
Well, it's going to depend on where the ball was spotted. It's extremely close.
It? Wow, that is close. A little short. Yeah, as he's holding his two fingers together there. Is that booing?
I hear booing on the measurement from the Riverside fans.
How could you boo measurements? I mean, it is what it is. Boo the spot, not the measurements. I mean, it's the chains are in place. They get the little clip on the yard line to bring it out.
Well, sometimes you just need to let that frustration out, John.
Okay. Next time you tie your shoe, I'm booing you. That's all there is to it. We'll just boo insignificant stuff.
Clock running. It'll be less than a minute.
Oops.
And there's Coates in on the stop, and there's Joe Madsen. And there is nothing going there for Riverside. Clock continues to run under 50 seconds now, 4th down.
Again, Coates beats his guy. He's been in the backfield quite a few times tonight. He's not getting the sacks, but he's definitely causing them.
Boy, John, you figured from that short that they would have just snuck it and then burned their last time out, but now they'll be facing a 4th and 4. So Riverside going to basically burn the clock down and then call their final timeout, which they do now.
Yeah, they're just waiting until there's 1 second left, call the timeout, burn the maximum amount of time off.
Well, now's the time when you check that was Chardon that called the timeout.
Really?
According to the scoreboard, it was Chardon.
Well, that just makes no sense to me.
Unless the Hilltoppers think that they can hold them here and then maybe run one play.
Wow, well then, if that's the case, why didn't they call it sooner? It just doesn't make any sense. Why to call that timeout right at that point?
Well, either that or the scoreboard just...
Yeah, that's right. The people upstairs, just hit the wrong toggle switch. That happens.
A lot of buttons.
Yeah. I would almost have to guess that was a Rivers. I can't believe that Chardon would wait to call a timeout there.
Well, 22 seconds remain in the second quarter. 4th down and 4 for the Beavers. Riverside ball on the Hilltopper 44-yard line from the shotgun's Foyt. Foyt dropping back, stepping up, feeling some pressure, throws in the middle. Ball is caught for the 1st down.
And that should end the half. He's gonna.
Well, the clock stops, so they move the chains.
They're gonna spike the ball. It's signaling, get lined up. We're gonna spike it as soon as the referee whistles it live.
As soon as they put the ball down, a big 1st down catch. The clock runs. Ball will be spiked. That will stop it with 11 seconds left.
That was a little slow, wasn't it? I mean, do they do spikes on 2? That just makes no sense to me. But it was, he was under center for longer than I thought he should have been. They were set.
Well, with 11 seconds left to go, John, you essentially get one look at the end zone.
That's pretty much about all they can do. So they can either go the Hail Mary all the way, or they can throw it underneath and hope the guy can break one all the way.
4 receivers, and here comes the Chardon defensive line. They're going to throw it left side, and the ball is picked off. I think that was Hannebeck.
Yeah, Hannebeck picks it off with 4 seconds left, which I'm sure Chardon's going to just let it run out here. I can't see them that deep trying anything fancy.
Well, Hilltoppers leading 14-7, and deep inside their own territory with about 4 seconds left to play, and that would be the safe thing to do from here, John.
Yeah, just drop on a knee in the half. Be happy. Take your 7-point lead, which is...
Oh, they do.
And that will do it.
So Chad Davis and company will head to the locker room up 14-7. It's been an very exciting first half as Chardon finally got the ground game going back in the second quarter to start things off. And with that, we're about set to turn it over for the bands as the Riverside Band comes out on the field, of course followed up by the Hilltopper Marching Band. So we'll leave it here as here come the bands.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing the 127-member strong Hilltopper Marching Band. The band is being led onto the field tonight by Senior Field Commander Rachel Henry and Assistant Field Commander Kate O'Malley. Our show this evening highlights some tunes from famous movies. You'll definitely recognize his first tune, which was featured in the 2001 hit movie Shrek. By the rock group Smash Mouth, here is All Star. Shrek was nominated for and won many film awards. One of the outstanding features of the movie is its excellent soundtrack. We now feature our majorettes Liz Graw, Hannah Graw, Leanna Preitzel, Caitlin Hummel, and Senior Captain Mallory Geisman in another Shrek tune. Here is Best Years of Our Lives by the Baha Men. In the 1983 blockbuster movie Risky Business, we now feature our Topperettes with senior captain Jill Sufer and the song from that dance scene. Here is Bob Seger's Old Time Rock and Roll.
Well, what a great performance by the bands. And as we head now down to third quarter action, it'll be Chardon 14 and Riverside nothing.
And Chardon's going to be getting the ball starting this second half with their deferring of the first half when they won a toss.
14-7 the score. As Chardon about set for a kickoff.
And here they come out of their little scrum huddle there.
Well, there it goes, and it's going to be fielded by Peterson, middle of the field. He'll take it right side, will spin around, and he will get about to the 23-yard line. Would like to welcome everybody. Thank you for tuning in to GTV. I am Matt Jaworski. John Walsh also aboard tonight.
Yeah, this could be one of those shootouts where the last teammate that has the ball, is going to win the game.
Well, Chardon jumped on the board first, and then Riverside responded, but Chad Davis then followed that up with a 61-yard touchdown run. And they'll start out running the ball here.
It's Bishop, and he got maybe the line of scrimmage. That was about it. Well, the referee's giving him about a yard. Yeah, Yeah, Chardon's got to get out. They got good kick coverage that time by Riverside, so they kind of got pinned a little deep in their own territory. They got to start moving the ball out a little bit and gain some field position.
Chardon once again. This time they're going to bounce it outside. Davis going to keep it. Davis near the 30. He's got some room. The 40. Davis, the 50 midfield. The 40. A block to beat. Trips and stumbles near the 25-yard line. And Chad Davis is doing it with his feet.
And a nice lead block out there by Kyle Peterson that time. Had the man. Man got away a little bit. Peterson kept on him and just allowed Davis to get more yardage out of that particular run. Good job lead blocking out there. Good running ability by Davis. Well, I guess that gets field position back if nothing else.
Chardon deep inside Riverside territory now. They're running it their right side. Picking up
good yardage.
Yeah, Lopez, that's the first time he's touched the ball tonight.
Yeah, well, you got to get the touches for the backups in there as well.
No, they have to stay sharp.
Sure.
Chardon coming into
there was
tonight.
About an 8-yard gain on that particular play. Brings up a 2nd and short. Call it 3, I guess.
And flags flying as I think we're going to get a false start.
Yeah, you got a procedure call coming against Chardon. So that 3rd and 3 becomes a 3rd and 8. Or 2nd, I'm sorry, 2nd and 8.
Hilltoppers throughout the year average about a touchdown per game in the 3rd quarter. So statistically speaking, they're due.
Okay, well, I mean, not necessarily in this possession, but sometime this 3rd quarter. Yeah, stats are wonderful things, aren't they?
2nd and 7. There's that fumble,
ball.
but Davis falls on it.
Yeah, but he lost a lot of yardage. That's going to bring up a 3rd. Well, they're pointing Riverside, saying they got it. I haven't seen the referee see that, though. And it will stay Chardon ball.
So it will stay Chardon ball. Ball marked about the 28-yard line.
Ball's on the 27-yard line.
Check that, the 27. So 3rd down and about 12. Davis going to keep him himself up the middle near the 25.
I think he hit it to Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez.
Yeah, again, that was one of those deep belly plants that he just left in there.
Well, on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit.
One. Wow, 39-yarder here they're attempting with Marcotte. We know he's got the leg.
Marcotte ready now. High snap, the kick is down, it's underway, it's up. And no good.
Off to the left a little bit. Well, he had the leg just a little bit off in the accuracy. That's a good weapon to have, though. I'll tell you, if you can kick to have a high school kicker that can kick you a 39-yarder, that's definitely a good weapon to have.
A lot of teams in football wish they would have kickers that good and that consistent. Marcotte, though, just off the mark.
This is one of those weaknesses of the rules, though. They place the ball at the 20, and quite honestly, I think the pro rule, it should be placed down at the original line of scrimmage if they move it up a little bit in the high school level.
Schaefer looking to throw the ball. He'll look at right side, has his receiver out to the 30, spinning around and tackled. I think that was Plickert there in on that tackle. Indeed it was.
Not before a 1st down is created. And it looks like Riverside is picking up right where they left off offensively and moving the ball on Chardon.
So Riverside out to about the 37-yard line. 1st and 10.
We're still going with Schaefer this time.
Now Kyle Schaefer saw a little bit of action earlier. That pass batted.
Yeah, Coates got up, and the guy was actually still blocking him and ended up laying on his ankle, but no damage because Coates pops right up. He got way up in the air on that one.
Alex Coates, the senior, 6'3", 240, came in with 25 tackles and 2 sacks and 7 tackles for loss.
With that jump, he was probably 7'6", coming in there with the arms up and everything. He just smothered that ball. Yeah, Coates is chewing up his guy pretty good tonight.
They're going to hand it off. Sudam, left side. He has some room out near the 48-yard line. Ball's on the ground, and Chardon recovers.
Yeah, nice run by Sudan, but you got to tuck that ball away. I'm not sure if somebody reached a hand in there or if he just lost it under contact. It's hard to say. That's on the far side of the field for us. We didn't get a good vantage point of looking at that one, but regardless,
they're going to say
break for Chardon.
PA announces A.J. Teresi picked it up. So nice job by A.J. Teresi.
Actually, the important part is who caused the fumble, and that's, you know, it's short of a replay or something. You never can really tell who causes watching the game live.
Here come the Hilltoppers from midfield. Davis gonna tuck it. Davis gonna run. Davis across the 45 down inside the 43.
Yeah, they haven't been able to seal Davis on the outside when he goes with that pitch option and stuff and keeps the ball or pitches it out. That's been a play that's worked very well for Chardon, and quite honestly, they just keep milking it. You know, if it's working and Riverside can't stop it, go for it.
Davis easily the leading rusher in this contest today.
Oh yeah, it's probably nobody else even close.
Peterson going to work it left side, and he gets near the 40.
Yeah, there was some tough yardage there as Riverside got a little bit of penetration that time, and they got a hand on the pad, slowed them up a bit on in the backfield some. Peterson was able to fight those off and get a little gain out of it.
Well, John, 3rd and about 2 for Chardon. 7:40 and counting. Hand it off up the middle, Mason Bishop, and Bishop across the 40.
It depends on where they mark it, because he was probably pretty close. It looks like they're marking it just a hair short, though, where the referees got it marked out. They should have like 6 inches to go or thereabouts.
They're going to put it down, and they're going to call for the change.
No, actually, he may have. That's going to be a real... If he missed by an inch. If he makes it by about an inch. That's a real close one. No, they're booing the spot this time. I have to agree with him on that one.
And he's short by about 3 inches. The Hilltoppers.
Well, might as well go for it here.
Lopez comes in, Kevin Taylor comes in, Mason Bishop will take a seat.
I tell you, so far they haven't had real good fortune with stopping this Riverside offense, and you know, sort of the turnovers has probably been their biggest helper tonight.
But the next best thing is to keep the Chardon offense out on that field.
Yeah, well, that keeps the ball away from the Riverside offense. That's always a plus. So, yeah, they're going for it.
Here they go. Chardon will send Taylor out wide to the far side.
Davis under center.
Davis going to hand it.
Good. I'm not sure
handed
who
it
got
off, and Riverside says no. This is all going to depend on the spot. They're showing the
kids are pointing on the ground, yeah, where they should spot it. It just depends on where the referee's giving them a first down. It. Yep, he crossed over the 40.
And once again,
Riverside unhappy. They're booing that one. Quite honestly, I couldn't tell from the angle we have. I really can't say if that's a good spot or a bad spot.
John, I think sometimes the officials just can't win.
Oh, no. Half the crowd's going to be mad at you on any call you make.
Davis going to keep it. Davis going to go right side, and Davis across the 35.
Again, he's finding that little inside lane opening up for him and getting good yardage out of it. And, you know, anytime you can get a good 4 or 5 yards on first down, that helps that Chardon offense just move the ball.
Well, once again, it's the guys up front that are creating holes. Alex Coates, John Russ, John Sandgrick, Alex Petroff, and Joe Madsen. That time, Isaiah Charlton near the 31.
Just a quick dip inside, just a little bit short of the first down, so you're again at 3rd and short.
Charlton, such a nice change of pace back, too, for the squad. Comes in and...
Well, he's got good speed, too. If he does get the lane open up, he can burn it all the way. He's a big play guy as well.
3rd and 1. Charlton going to back off. Davis going to keep it himself. Davis fumbles the ball. And that time, Riverside has it.
Yeah.
That time, Clay Shepard comes up with it. So Matt Jordan pumped up as he nearly gets knocked down by Clay Shepard, who jumped into his arms.
Well, that's turnabout's fair play, and this was Riverside's chance to get the turnover coming their direction as they stop a good Chardon drive.
So both squads exchanging turnovers here.
Yeah, offensives are working, but the defenses are being rubber bandy and just opportunistic.
Well, let's see who's quarterback. It's going to be Schaefer coming in this time. And now we're getting a timeout because it looked like one of the receivers for Chardon, and I believe that was Moyer, Alvin Moyer, came in late, as they only had 10 players out on the field. So Riverside forced to burn a timeout here with 5:34 left to play. And John, once again, timeouts came back to really haunt Riverside in that first half.
Yeah, they might have had an opportunity to do something, but they just didn't have the timeouts to use to utilize the clock to their advantage.
I'd like to remind you that tonight's Cablecast is funded by our underwriting communities and your cable subscriber franchise fees, but we'd also like to again extend thanks to all the GTV funding communities, including those not funding tonight's contest, for their year-round support. They are Burton Township, Burton Village, Chardon Township, Chardon Village, Hamden Township, Middlefield Village, and Munson Township.
Chardon D's got to step up now and do their job. They can't keep waiting for the turnovers. They got to make the stops themselves.
Schaefer putting in there, throwing the double coverage, and that one's caught. Isaiah Charlton spinning around.
Driving him out of bounds, but not before a big gain by Riverside. It was about a 24-yarder or thereabouts.
So Robolito sent out of bounds, but he picks up a big first down. We at GTV are thrilled to be able to continue to bring you local public service programming with a special emphasis on those communities. Thanks again for supporting GTV, and thanks to our viewers for their support. The response has been absolutely wonderful.
Riverside's got it going again, this time through the air.
Schaefer has his squad on the Hilltopper 49.
Little reverse action.
Reverse action and tucking it. And now running is Anthony Johnson, and Johnson tripped up shy of the 40.
But that was an option, though. You could see he had that ball in his right hand looking downfield. Must have had good coverage down there, but because he took the run portion of the option. But nonetheless, good gain for Riverside. Good gain of 7 on that particular play.
Well, Johnson had that ball out there for a long time, and nothing developed. And just forced to tuck it.
That's one of those things. Those are dangerous when you get kids that aren't used to throwing the ball. You call the option pass play, that means pass, and they're just going to put it up regardless. But Johnson was wise enough not to do that, tuck it away and get yardage.
2nd down and 3 from the 42. Flags are flying. And play is stopped in what it should be a procedure.
Yeah, they were running a quick little inside slant on that one.
But they're going to call it delay of game, John.
Wow.
On Riverside, and that's huge.
Yeah, that's something they can kill off a drive. You can't be doing that. You got short, 2nd and short. Now all of a sudden you're putting it on, making it more difficult for your offense. Where on the 1st down, they did exactly what they had to do. Now they got a 2nd and 7.
Now they'll be back on the Hilltopper 47 as the Chardon defense perhaps catching a break there. One receiver out to each side. They're going to hand it off. Sudam running right side, and Sudam surging forward, crossing the 40. As he got back all the yardage they lost and then some.
Yeah, first down again as Riverside moves the chains.
About the 37-yard line. So a pickup of about 10 there for Sudam. Schaefer doing a nice job directing the offense.
Yeah, the play selection's been very good. They're mixing the pass in with the run and just keeping Chardon back in their heels a little bit.
Schaefer looking to throw. Schaefer has a man but cannot come up with a good throw. Looking for Jesse Lopez.
Yeah, he had Liggett, the linebacker, going out. He was in coverage. The pass was badly underthrown there and down at the feet of laterally moving Lopez.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 now.
Again, we're down to 3:51 in this third quarter of what's so far has been just a well-played football game by both squads. Turnovers so far the deciding factor.
Well, that time
do we have somebody jump or?
The ball was snapped, and the line, I don't think, realized that the center stood up, but that was it.
Yeah, there's no flag in the field, so there was no jumping. It was just a miscommunication.
John, I don't know if you saw this, but there was a play, and it was online actually. It was I think it was titled one of the greatest trick plays ever. I'm sure it's somewhere on YouTube for anyone wondering.
Oh, is that exchange of ball play?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Almost kind of reminding me a little bit about that right there, except they ran straight forward. They're going to pitch it left side. Johnson with a few moves, but nothing going. He stopped in the backfield. Petrov in on that one.
Yeah, you got a good 4-yard loss on that one. That was a big stand for Chardon right there. It's Riverside. It's 4th down. They're inside their 40, but I think they're just going to try to bury Chardon really deep here because theirs is a little different situation. It's 4th and 14.
Well, they're going to be punting the football here.
Yeah, I would too. Because a 14-yard play is just a high risk.
Dive back to punt, and that's a beautiful punt. Bounces.
Oh,
and it takes a Riverside bounce, and it'll be down inside the 5.
Yeah, he's got it down to about the 4. That thing looked like it was just going to roll right into the end zone, but all of a sudden it went laterally and it actually came back a little bit. Turned out to be a great punt for Riverside.
In this game, we've had only 2 punts, one for each team. The Chardon punt was blocked, and that one, a beautiful job by John Stibe to get that ball down inside the 5. 1st and 10 from the 4, and here come the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, you just got to be careful of a turnover down in this area.
Davis going to keep it himself, coming near side, and picks up a few.
Yeah, got down about 3 yards or thereabouts. Yeah, Chardon's got to protect the ball. You definitely don't want to turn it this deep, especially with this explosive as that Riverside offense has been tonight.
A turnover on this end of the field nearly guarantees 6 points. Mason behind Davis.
Charlton to carry.
Charlton was the man in motion, and he'll take it close to the 15.
Yeah, depending on the spot, he might have. The referee is spotting it right on the 15, and stakes a little bit short of 15, so it should be a 1st down, and it is.
Minute 45 remaining in this 3rd quarter.
Nice balance shown by Charlton on that particular carry. His ankles were hit a little bit, but he kept his balance and churned forward to get that 1st down, which is a big one for Chardon.
That time it's going to go up the middle.
They got Bishop getting the carry.
Bishop picked up a few.
Because they're starting to look a little bit for Davis on that option going outside. So they're starting to seal that a little bit. So running up the gut, even though it was just for a 3-yard gainer, so it was a good call. Get them thinking inside a little bit. They'll open up the outside.
Well, John, it looks like the officials are going to call a timeout, and now they get it back set.
The clock. There we go. We got 1:11 and counting. Davis keeping.
Davis with some running room there outside the 25 near the 28-yard line.
And move the stakes again. This is a critical drive for Chardon. They got to get that ball out of there. It was right in the shadow of their own goal line. So, you know, 4-yard line is where they started. They're just driving it out nicely. They got it out to about the 29 now.
Hilltoppers have done a good job on this drive, spreading that ball out, and this time Kyle Peterson going to take the ball and come near side.
Get a good solid 2 yards out of that, maybe 3.
Down to about 30 seconds left. Hilltoppers on top 14-7.
Yeah, we should have the last play of the third quarter coming up here.
Bishop, Peterton, and Charlton. Davis going to keep it himself, coming near side around, and options it off.
Wow, that was risky, but it paid off for him. He got good yardage out of it.
He got it out to Peterson.
He was going to be stopped at about a 2-3 yard gain, and it turned into, what, an 8-yard gain, I believe.
Wow. I'll tell you what, John, as we come to the end of the quarter, I'm not sure if that was in lateral or more of an option. He was close to that line. But regardless, it went for the first down. It went for a big gain, I should say, shy of the first down. With that, we'll take a quick timeout here. When we come back, fourth quarter action from Chardon Memorial Field. Hilltopper offense approaches the line from Chardon Memorial Field. They're going to give it Charlton left side, coming right side. Charlton fumbled the ball. It's on the ground, and I believe it was picked up.
Madsen, I believe, came up with it. Luckily, it happened to be in the neighborhood. That could have been a very costly turnover.
Well, things may have also bounced Chardon's way, because that is really close to a first down, and it is.
Wow.
So Lady Luck that time on the Hilltopper side.
I tell you, being good's one thing. Being lucky, I'd almost take any time.
Taylor out wide to the far side. Peterson in motion, and that one will not go.
We got the flag lay there with the procedure call coming. That's not something Chardon needs. The defense of Riverside has picked up a little bit. Chardon's not ripping off the big ones anymore. They're just getting the 4-yarders and all that, and having to start at a 5-yard disadvantage from the penalty. It's not a good thing for them.
Well, timeout on the field, timeout Chardon, and would like to give a special thanks also to the GTV funding communities of Burton Township, Burton Village, Chardon Township, Chardon Village, Hamden Township, Middlefield Village, and Munson Township. Burton Township is again considering utilizing the franchise fees collected for the coming year for other municipal purposes. This would mean that viewers in the Burton Township would not be able to view GTV programming. If you wish to convey your thoughts about this to Burton Township officials, now is the time to do so. All 6 other communities continue to support us through their contracts with GTV, so we are thrilled to be able to continue to bring you local public service programming with a special emphasis on those communities. Thanks again for supporting GTV, and thanks to our viewers for their support. The response has been absolutely wonderful. If you would like our programming and live in an area presently not funding GTV, please let your local officials know of your interest. We'd love to program for you too. Davis going to keep it. Davis now going to option off. There's Peterson. Peterson left side making some cutting and spinning.
Yeah, that sealed off pretty good. Just strung it out, sealed on Davis, the ball carrier, and sealed as well on the pitch man and made him go out wide. He pretty much got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe, well, they're giving him a gain of 1 on that.
So second down now and about 14.
Yeah, that penalty is looming large right now with hardly anything in the first down.
Matt Jaworski, John Walsh with you. Thank you for joining us. Hilltoppers up 14-7. Davis running outside. Davis looking to throw the ball. He hits Peterson inside the 40-yard line. And Peterson will make it about third down and 10 or 11.
I believe that's the first pass for Chardon tonight, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I can't remember them throwing the ball any time earlier. So got back to the original line of scrimmage, so we're down to 3rd and 10 now. Just a little underneath pass from the Chardon quarterback, Davis.
Well, a little play like that now can set up so many things for 3rd down and 10. James Liggett wide out to the near side. Ball's given to Peterson. Peterson cutting. Peterson near the 45. But that's about it before he's tripped up by Lucas Furran.
Gonna be short by about 6, or they're about 5, 6. 5. So Chardon's gonna have to turn the ball over to Riverside and hope their defense can come up big again.
Well, Marcotte out to punt. The first one, someone got a hand on.
Well, I'm sure they discussed the ceiling on the outside so nobody comes flying in untouched again.
This one nearly touched. Ball is a high punt. Will bounce at the 41. There's a flag thrown near side. We'll see what this one's
I'm not sure what a penalty would be out there.
It could be holding.
Yeah, but on who? So once that ball's kicked, Riverside's the offensive team. They could be legal block against Riverside. That was after the ball was kicked, so it's going to just move the ball downfield.
So Chardon will catch a break there. Wasn't the greatest punt, but with the penalty.
Wow. Yeah, it was a big one. It's
ball spotted about the 22. Wow, so that was a huge penalty.
Yeah.
They lost about 20 yards on that from the original spot.
Yeah, Riverside's not happy with the referees tonight. The Riverside crowd, I mean.
Well, the ball's either being spotted wrong for them or something. Their team's down. Schaefer going to delay the handoff to Sudam. Sudam breaking a few tackles and eventually knocked down near the 35-yard line. And on the tackle, Peterson.
And not before he grabs about 16 yards on that carry.
Big quarter for Chardon, and this is a huge drive for Riverside, trailing by 7.
Yeah, Chardon needs to stiffen up on defense here a lot.
Schaefer dropping back, looking to throw down the field, puts up a floater, ball is intercepted.
That's
coming
Teresi.
down from A.J. Teresi.
Yeah, he just played there. That ball was badly overthrown. That was Teresi's ball only. There was really no Riverside guy around to receive that thing at all or stop Teresi from receiving it. It was just a lot of hang time on that one and just stuck out there.
Well, the Chardon defense coming up huge. Want to mention the PAC standings when we have a moment here, because there's actually a game played last night in the PAC.
I saw that, the Madison Lakeside.
Flags flying as that play will be brought back. And yeah, Madison knocking off Lakeside last night, and in fine fashion, by the way. I think it was like 42-6 or something like that. The ball will be moved back down to the 35-yard line. So Madison 3-0, and I'll tell you what, during halftime had the chance to walk around and get some hot chocolate, and a lot of Madison football players at this game tonight.
Oh, sure. And they're not really, they're hoping Chardon wins, I would think, since they already got that in the bank. But they also are checking out what Riverside's got, because that's their big game coming up.
Davis going to tuck it, and Davis going to run it. And Davis pushed out of bounds near the 40.
Nice downfield block by Isaiah Chardon out there.
With the win, Madison now 3-0 in league play, 5-2 overall. Riverside, of course, coming into tonight's game 5-2 and 2-0 in league play. And then Chardon South each 1-1 in the PAC, John. However, Chardon a 4-3 record to South's 2-6.
That's what I'm seeing with Lakeside and South left on their schedule, the final 2 weeks for Chardon. That's not going to be many points coming out of those two teams.
Now Lakeside now 0-3 and 2-6, and North 0-2, 2-5.
South.
Well, to finish off the standings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, South was 1-1 coming into this week. And they play North tomorrow, or tonight actually. They're playing right now in the Civil War.
Big North, right? Oh.
Davis going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage.
That was pretty much a broken play. You saw Charlton come. He wasn't looking for a handoff, so either Davis was running the wrong play or Charlton or something, but it just was something that didn't gel, and you had a bunch of Chardon guys standing around the backfield. Unfortunately, one of them had the ball, and Riverside said, thank you very much.
Well, Zach Stuckham will be credited with the sack. It's 3rd down and 23. I should say 4th down and 23.
Nice
They're
kick.
Kick it.
Oh, and he got a good roll out of it. Goes out of bounds at about 16. Now that was a good time for the quick kick.
Yeah.
That worked very, very well, and that the way it was executed and the additional roll definitely helped them. Now defense has got to step up.
That one, I think, caught everybody by surprise.
Well, not so much. Chardon pulls a quick kick a lot. They really do. They use it a whole. Sometimes I'm not even sure they should be using it when they use it. It's how much they use it. So it's not a surprise to see Chardon coming up with that.
Sudam spinning around, and Sudam stopped in the backfield.
But the thing about the quick kick is, even if you suspect it, you can't drop somebody back. You know, there's just really nothing you can do about it. You drop somebody back and they run a play, your defense is weakened because you're playing with 10 guys.
Official timeout. Madsen having a little helmet issue.
The referee's allowing time for him to stuff that ear or cheek pad or whatever it is back in place.
When you look at the computer rankings coming into tonight's contest, Riverside coming in was 10th with 9.4571 points in Division I, Region 1. Schaefer looking to throw right side, in and out, in, oh my!
In and out and in.
In and in,
you forgot the additional in.
What a catch.
Johnson comes back, and that's just concentrating on the ball. It popped off his hands up in the air, like you said, but then he just kept his eye on it and pulled it right back in and was able to get a first down out of it.
Lane Rabolito with a phenomenal catch. That's concentration.
Yeah.
Schaefer going to keep it. Schaefer running right side. He has a little bit of room. And Isaiah Charlton going to stop him there.
That's a good gain. That's about a 6-yard gain for Riverside.
Riverside in the standings, John. Trailing Glenville and North Royalton. North Royalton with 11.1285 points in the number 8 seed right now.
And the sad thing is, North Royalton's undefeated, and they just have played such a weak schedule that they're not getting the secondary points at all. That's their whole problem, and a loss can just knock them back.
Schaefer looking to throw right side. That time incomplete as it hit his receiver right in the middle of his hands.
Yeah, right between the 1 and the 4. That ball was drilled in there.
Tyler Favley
wasn't able to wrap his hands around it and hold it in.
Favley almost tried to catch it off his chest.
Yeah, well, that was the whole problem. You're supposed to catch a pass on your hands and soften it, because the body and all the pads around it are rather hard. That's exactly what happened. You let it get into your body and it just could bounce right away real quick.
All the Chardon fans on 3rd and 4 from the 37, stomping their feet and making some noise. Schaefer looking to throw right side. Ball is going to be caught.
That was a nice pass. That was thrown only where his receiver could get to it. And
Evan Savage with a nice job getting down and securing that one.
Yeah, Riverside moves the stakes again. Yeah, the defense has got to step up here. We're down to 6:51, and it's getting to be crunch time. You got to have that defensive hold right here, and the offense, ideally, could get the ball back, grab a couple, 2, 3 first downs or something, keep the ball away from Riverside and protect that 7-point lead.
Schaefer once again. Well, this time he's going to hand it off. Sudam with the draw. And he'll pick up about 4 or 5. John, when you look at Region 5 in Division 2, of course, that's where Chardon and Madison both are. Madison right now looking on the outside looking in as they're 9th. They trail Cleveland South, who has 11.8785 points to Madison's 10.6571. Of course, South with that Senate League schedule, not much going on for them the rest of the way. Nice catch there. And Savage across the 45.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's Glenville's one big downfall on that. Once you get into that Senate, they go and they play in the suburbs, and quite frankly, they just get their brains beat out. And they all come in with low out-of-league records, and once you get in the league, pretty much you're just playing 500 ball. You know, it's somebody wins, somebody loses in your league. So you pick up a point for one, don't pick up a secondary point for the other one. You know, that's how it boils down.
Chardon currently ranked 12th, 6.9142 points. Flags fly.
Delay again?
Yep.
My gosh. Riverside's hurting themselves with those. I mean, those. I'm sorry. At this point in the season, there should not be delays a game.
John, you know, the other thing that I've noticed too, and even outside of just the Chardon games that I've seen, but other games, delay of games seem to be more epidemic this year than in years past.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. I think it's coaches just trying to get too sophisticated a system. Well, you know, I mentioned that earlier. There's one of the problems right there. You got Schaefer in the sideline. Don't do that. Use a messenger end, use a messenger guard, do whatever, you know, the old style was to get a play in there, and it's right there and everybody hears it.
Especially when he has to run all the way across the field at that hash mark.
Yeah, and plus he's got to call the play quick, and if it's not clear and they break huddle, you got your tackle not knowing what the count is.
He's looking to throw down the field. Ball is caught by his tight end, who's still on his feet, crossing the 30-yard line, still on his feet before he's forced out of bounds. boy, Alex Denman.
Yeah, he just kept moving and spreading out the width of the field and taking what he could. Turned out what was a good play into a real good play. And Riverside is threatening with 5:07 left here in this game.
Riverside playing for their playoff lives right now and trying to remain undefeated in the PAC and staying atop the leaderboard with Madison. But Chardon hoping that a win tonight and a win by Riverside in week 10 will give them a share of the PAC. Schaefer the handoff, Sudam spinning, breaking some tackles, cutting back right side and eventually tripped up. Teresi in on the tackle. That's close to, if not a first down.
Yeah, I believe it is a first down from where they got it. They're moving the chains again. Yeah, defense has got to step up here. Man, you got to keep them out of the end zone.
Timeout on the field, timeout Chardon.
Yeah, that's exactly the defensive coordinator, Bob Francis, realizes the importance of keeping them out of the end zone. They'd willingly give them 3 at this point, I think.
John, I want to mention that this past season at Chardon Memorial Field has been wonderful, not only for football teams, but also for the soccer programs. The Chardon Lions football and Chardon Lions Football Club programs have also been extensively used the facilities this fall. Fans and parents for all of these organizations have again enjoyed Chardon Memorial Field. As you know, the Count on Me campaign is in serious need of your help. The facility has brought many of you hours, indeed years of fun, entertainment, exercise opportunities, and more. Isn't it time you got in the game and helped the Count on Me campaign? Please do so now. Count on me. P.O. Box 798, Chardon. Of course, that's definitely something that's a worthwhile cause, and it really does directly impact the football team.
Oh, there's no question about that. If you saw Chardon's old field, you would appreciate this field all the more.
Sudam running, breaks one tackle, and is gang tackled after a good yardage pickup there.
Sudan he's a tough runner.
Well,
he's elusive. He moves laterally well. He's got good vision once he gets the ball.
He's over the 100-yard mark. Be second down and about 2. Ball on the 6, I believe. Schaefer looking to throw. Schaefer still looking to throw. Directing some traffic throws. Left side and touchdown.
Again, he threw a nice little low padded his receiver. Can you see who the receiver is?
I could not see.
Well, Robalato was getting hugged from the quarterback, so unless they're really, really good friends or something, I would assume that that's who made the reception there.
This is a big PAT. It's down, it's underway, and it's through.
Well, we are getting into one of those whoever has the ball last situations, it looks like. Chardon will get the kickoff with 4:10 left on the clock, and they need to get their offense in gear.
Indeed, so that was, I believe, a 14-yard touchdown pass.
And our first score, I mean, as much offense as we had tonight, it's amazing. That's the first score of this second half. Yeah, this seems like a shootout that should be in the 40s or so. If you're watching, you don't keep track of scores or something, but we're just sitting at a very conservative 14-14 tie ball game.
Well, it's been, for the most part, really a big-time defensive game in terms of turnovers. Chardon forcing 3 turnovers to Riverside's 1.
That's pretty much it. It's not so much great defensive play as it's been offenses shooting themselves in the foot. Again, the scrum little kickoff.
At this point in time, it's even more dangerous, but the ball will be sent far side.
Charlton.
There's Charlton. Charlton getting some blocks. Charlton, he's on his way. Charlton near the 50, cutting back midfield. Charlton on his feet. The 45, the 40, cutting back inside the 30. Charlton, the 20, the 10. Or Charlton, check that. Tackled near the 15. Isaiah Charlton.
That was a gorgeous, gorgeous run. He used his blockers all through that run. He made the proper cuts inside, outside. Just an excellent return by Chardon, and a good job on that whole secondary of, or I'm sorry, the special teams of throwing the blocks when they really needed them.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout Chardon.
Timeout Chardon. They will burn their final timeout.
Wow. I guess he wants to demotivate them a little bit. Maybe they're just a bit too hyped up for the big return.
Ball was caught about the 18, 19 yard line.
Or actually, you know, he might be calling a timeout because he doesn't want to take Charlton out of that backfield.
That's true.
You know, I mean, he's been blocking great tonight, running great tonight. And after a return like he had, which was a long return, but he probably ran double the distance because of his lateral movement and stuff, he probably was a little out of breath.
John, that was a 66-yard return by Charlton to the 15-yard line.
I bet he ran about 140 yards to get that 66 because he was going all over the place, weaving in, weaving out.
Well, what a great job by the Chardon special teams to make the appropriate blocks and to do it without any penalties.
That's the whole thing. You got to have that recognition that as much as he was changing the size of the fields of what's going on, and like you said, make clean blocks and back away from the ones where you see too much back looking at you.
3:54 left to play from Chardon Memorial Field. Matt Jaworski, John Walsh with you. Chardon on the move. There's Davis. Davis inside the 10. Davis down near the 5, inside the 4. Boy, if you're just joining us, you've missed a heck of a football game. 14-14, a 66-yard kickoff return by Isaiah Charlton to the 15. It's now 1st and goal. Ball spotted on the 4-yard line on the 11-yard run by Davis.
Truth of the matter is, scoring too quick is not a good thing for Chardon at all. They'd really like to eat that clock, but how do you tell the kid, oh, look, just give me 3 yards. I don't want
Davis going to hand it off. Peterson down to about the 1.
Maybe even closer than that. He might be down to the half-yard line. He's very close to that goal line.
Just inches away. Clock continues to run. Chardon, no timeouts left. Riverside with 2.
I see a couple of big bodies coming in, replacing smaller bodies in that interior line as Riverside's beefing up the inside, looking for the inside run.
They're going to dare Chardon to run it up that middle. Davis going to keep it himself all alone in the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Yeah, they faked the Bishop right up the gut, and Davis just pulled it out of his belly that time, took it in. But like I said, they scored almost too quick because you still got 2:51, and the way the throwing's been going from that Riverside, they can get that ball down the field real quick. So
well, here's Marcotte, and this is a huge PAT.
Actually, the kickoff is probably almost more important because positioning and keeping Riverside well down on their end of the field is something that a good kicking game could do for you. And that's what Marcotte needs to do here, is position that kick properly.
Well, Marcotte is going to get a chance to help out his team. Would once again like to remind everybody that this past season at Chardon Memorial Field has been wonderful, not only for the football teams, but also for the soccer programs. The Chardon Lions football and Chardon Lion Football Club programs have also extensively used the facilities this fall. Fans and parents for all these organizations, you've enjoyed hours, if not years, here at the facility. Now's the time that we ask for your help. Count on Me program, P.O. Box 798, Chardon. Here's the high kick. Sent near side, fielded up.
They can't allow a run back. Not bad, 29 or so.
Rossi stopped near the 30, so with 2:46 left to go.
Here's the ball
Chardon
game.
Sending out their defense.
Yeah, Chardon's defense against Riverside's offense for the ball game.
Well, this is it. Turnover here would about seal it.
I'm guessing that defense got a little gel from Charlton's long run back and the subsequent touchdown. I'm guessing they're going to come out a little fired up.
Schaefer still the quarterback. He's dropping back to pass, looking to throw right side. He has his man Johnson staking in bounds, gaining some few yards. Johnson up near the 40-yard line, fighting for yardage.
Yeah, he did a lot of dancing around up there. And
Anthony Johnson, the senior, 6'0", 185, pushing and fighting his way near the first down mark. We're going to see this ball spotted about
they're going to call for the measurement?
Yards. Yeah.
I guess where it is, Lane, it's that close. Looks from here, though, he's a couple inches short.
Yeah, we're about directly parallel to the football, and they look short. It looks short from this angle.
Yeah, that's what he's holding up.
So just inches short. Second down and 1.
Riverside's right on the line of scrimmage, ready to get that ball set.
John, really from second down and 1, at this point in time, with 2:36 left to play, you almost get the feeling the way that this offense for Riverside has played, that they may be looking long here.
Oh, go for the deep ball?
Go for the deep ball.
I don't think so. I think they're going to try to just tie it up here and grab the 10, 15-yarders wherever they can underneath. And try to use those sidelines, too, so they can get that ball out of bounds.
Well, throughout the game, they've looked deep, but throughout the game, that's where they've had the interceptions. The handoff, Sudam right side, picks up the first down across the 40 out to about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, you had Coates and Madsen in on that one, stopping them. Jane Gang's going to set, and then they'll start the clock moving again. Riverside's going back into a huddle this time.
No.
Waiting for the play for the sideline. Quarterback coming in with it.
Once again, as soon as the chains are set, the clock begins to move. From the shotgun, Schaefer dropping back, feeling some pressure, stepping up in the pocket. Down the middle, nearly picked off. Kyle Peterson had his eyes on that, but unfortunately was just too far away to...
He just reared back and fired. That ball sailed on him and was just a bullet out there, but a bullet nobody was within reach of. He got some extra height on that one.
Clock now stops at 2:10.
I think he saw the coverage was rather tight and he had to force that ball in. So he reached back for his fastball, but it was high and away.
Second down and 10 from the 42. Schaefer once again looking to throw. Ball is going to be incomplete.
I saw the hop on that one. The referee was right on top and waved it off.
Nice coverage by A.J. Teresi.
So we're down to 2:06 and third down. Though I don't know if the down really matters all that much.
No.
Riverside still has their 2, but it's risky to punt the ball away here.
Well, third down and 10.
So I think we're 2-down territory. Riverside's intent here should be to try to get 6 or 7 on this play and then go for the game on the 4th down.
They're looking to pump fake the throw left side. Anthony Johnson in and out of his hands. Johnson, it hit off his hand. could not come down with it, and that will bring up 4th down.
Yeah,
boy, the Hilltoppers caught a break there, John.
Johnson was strung out, but he had a little twist to him that he couldn't get his hands properly positioned. It did hit right on top of him, but they weren't in the set reception stage.
Well, sensing that this could be the final play for his offense, Matt Jordan will call timeout.
Yeah, it's 10 or nothing. That will about end it, because they still have the 1 timeout left, but you know, Chardon can eat that up a lot of that time, and Riverside's going to just be stuck with the Hail Mary passes.
Well, Riverside needs to get to the 48-yard line. And John, speaking of yard lines, once again, want to mention the Count on Me program. And
the help it needs to keep and improve this facility if possible.
Such a gorgeous facility. And unfortunately, the rubber just starting to show more than it should be.
Yeah, you can see wear out on that field now. I think the life on these is theoretically 7-8 years is what they were projected at. And as much use as this has, it's probably got 10-12 years of use from the various sports and organizations they use it.
Easily. So count on me, 798 P.O. Box Chardon. Schaefer looking to throw. Schaefer down the field to his main receiver, and the ball is intercepted. Kyle Peterson, and that should do it. Kyle Peterson with the 3rd interception of the night for Chardon.
Boy, I'll tell you, him and the receiver Johnson, I believe, both went up in the air. Peterson just had that little bit of extra angle on him and was able to pull it down.
Chardon 21, Riverside 14. A minute 53 left to play. Now it's a matter of Chardon just running out the clock, although Riverside will probably somewhere use their final timeout.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't suspect Chardon to go to the air at any point here, and I wouldn't think they'd want to get too close to those sidelines either.
Chardon content to give it to Peterson up the middle.
And I see Riverside still trying. I mean, the play's over, and they're still attempting to take the ball. I think that was Bishop on that carry. He went up the middle for a hard, let's call it 4. That's the thing. You can, surprisingly, you can break a long one out of here when they start stripping. If they get their emphasis too much on the strip rather than the, you know, tackle aspect of the game, you know, you just keep running by them, and all of a sudden, you know, everything opens up for you.
Down to a minute 15 and counting. Hilltoppers. Trying to control the clock. They'll hand it off. Here's Isaiah Charlton. Charlton tackled near the 40.
Yeah, he started to go towards the sideline and cut it sharply inside. He wanted no part of out of bounds there. So Riverside takes their last time out with 51 seconds left on the clock.
Well, John, with the way things are timed out, Chardon, if they do not pick up a 1st down,
well, Riverside could very well get the ball back, but they're going to have to strike real quick.
51 seconds left to play. It's Chardon 21, Riverside 14. It will be 3rd down and 4 from the 41-yard line. It's been a close football game throughout the night.
It's actually been a very entertaining game. These teams matched up real well, and they've, you know, short of the turnovers and all the other stuff, they've played good, solid football tonight.
Well, John, you look back at last year's game, and I think that was in overtime, if I'm not mistaken.
Or at the end of regulation. I don't really recall. It was a field goal.
The field goal, 10-7 was the final score. And tonight, another close one between these two schools. Bishop going to run it left side, and he did not get much, and that will bring up 4th down.
Geez, you think they'll come after this punt since they got one already and have been close on a couple others?
They might.
Yeah, they just might. But man, you can't have that. A roughing call would end it for you. So you got to, there's that fine line there of aggressiveness and not getting the penalty that will stop you from having your last ditch attempt.
Chardon going to let that clock continue to run down to 14 seconds. They're going to take all the time that they can.
There's the delay. They took that plus more. I guess if you're 5 yards back, it doesn't really matter field
No,
position-wise.
not at this point.
If they're going to block it up here, they're going to block it 5 yards up ahead too, so it doesn't really make any difference.
Well, this is going to be interesting. Riverside, if they get the block, might not have enough time to do anything with it.
Yeah, that's true too. The
9
ball's going to
seconds
roll
left.
around a little bit.
The punt, they get it off. Clock down to 5, to 4, to 3, to 2, to 1. That's the ball game. Riverside had to pick it up. They did not get it. Rossi just let it go.
Yeah, that's...
And time runs off. The clock expires. And the final score tonight from Chardon. It's the Hilltoppers 21 and the Beavers 14.
Well, we had one heck of a ball game here tonight. They just, two heavyweights just battling it out, throwing punch for punch, and just having a great time playing. It was an entertaining game to watch.
Entertaining it was, and John, let's quickly recap on the scoring here for folks. Kyle Peterson got on the board at the 9:03 mark, a 4-yard touchdown run. But Aaron Sudam at the 5:26 mark of the second would score from 1. Davis, a 61-yard touchdown run, nearly a minute or nearly 2 minutes later would make it 14-7. It stood that way until Schaefer threw a 14-yard touchdown pass to Lane Robolito to tie it at 14. The winning touchdown run, courtesy of Davis, a 1-yard run, and that came off Charlton's 66-yard touchdown, or 66-yard kickoff return.
That was probably the big play of the night that sealed the fate for Chardon. And hats off to both these teams tonight. They came here, played competitively, and just banged at it and gave us a lot of enjoyment.
Well, Chardon with the win, now at 5-3 and 2-1 in the PAC, and Riverside falls to 5-3 and 2-1 in the PAC. Well, that about does it here. Want to mention that tonight's game brought to you by cable subscribers like you. That's right, tonight's contest is completely funded by cable subscriber franchise fees from Chardon Township, the City of Chardon, and Hamden Township and Munson Township. This week's game is part of the GTV programming service made possible by your support. For my partner, John Walsh, this is Matt Jaworski wishing you a pleasant evening. The final score, once again, Chardon 21 and Riverside 14. Good night, everybody.